Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood, Venger Satanis. It's early morning. That's why I guess I look and sound like this. I just got up a little bit ago, so I could do some early morning grocery shopping and go to McDonald's to get pancakes and hash browns for my kids. My middle girl, Illyria, has been asking for McDonald's pancakes for like months. It finally worked out because it's Friday and the kids have off from school today, so I can do that. But I just want to make a quick video, as long as I'm out and about and parked. So don't worry about me driving into a tree or something. Let's see. About 4 days ago, I caught a 7-day ban from Twitter. It's so ridiculous. Of all the things I post on Twitter, what they banned me for was on a promoted ad for the new Indiana Jones movie. I posted something like, enjoy the oncoming ratio ... and getting burned at the stake. And literally 1 minute later, not enough time for anybody to like report me. So this was like an automated thing that is set up apparently. 1 minute later, I get this whole like, you were bad. Your account's been locked. If you delete the tweet now, you can start your 7-day ban. And so I'm like, okay, fine. Click. So, yeah, I got like 3 more days. And one of the reasons I mention this is last night, and I've been enjoying the break. It's been a nice vacation. It gives me a little extra time during the day, and it doesn't upset me like it sometimes does. Because sometimes I get on Twitter, I'm like so pissed off about all the fucking bullshit that I see. That it bothers me a little bit. Anyway, the reason why I really missed Twitter last night is because, and you guys aren't going to believe this in a minute when I get to the point. So, I watched Star Wars again, the original, for the first time, and I don't even know how long. When the older girls were somewhere around like 4 and 5, and they're about 12 and 10 now, because sometimes they're 2 years apart, sometimes they're 1 year apart, chronologically, just number wise. And we got about 20 minutes into it, and they were like, I'm bored. It's just, we got to the board, C-3PO and R2-D2 were like wandering around and met the Jawas and stuff, and by then they got bored, and they were just like, we don't want to watch anymore. I'm like, fine. But we wanted to watch a movie that was special, and I was like, hey, how about Star Wars? And my daughter's, Briella, the oldest, was like, oh yeah, we keep talking about, like, we're going to watch StarArs sometime. But we still never have. I'm like, why don't we do it tonight? Because I felt like I wanted to watch something special with the girls, something we haven't seen, a couple times already. They have their favorites, and sometimes we watch those. I have my favorites. That's hit or miss with them. And then everybody agreed. We're like, yeah, let's fucking watch Star Wars. So I hadn't seen the thing all the way through. I don't know. I'm going to say at least a decade. And it was weird. It was weird seeing it again, because Star Wars is so foundational to everything that I grew up with. I mean, besides my parents, I feel like Star Wars raised me. Star Wars was like the third parent. And it's the first movie I remember seeing. I was 3 when Star Wars came out. And my parents took me in the theater, and I watched it continually on regular TV or at HBO. I told the kids, like, I've literally seen Star Wars by now probably 100 times. Probably saw it 100 times between the ages of 3 and like 16. And then every couple of years, every 2 or 3, 4 years since then, I've seen Star Wars. I watched it. And I don't know. But yeah, it'd been like a decade since I'd finally seen it all the way through, and it was the special edition Blu-ray. Part of it looked and sounded fantastic, don't get me wrong, but obviously the included scenes or the Greedo shot first bullshit is like, come on. So I just kind of like, I survived those seconds or minutes where I was just like, this is not real Star Wars! But it was fine. But the rest of it, the good original Star Wars, fantastic. And I got to make little comments, tell the kids, the girls, my wife watched it too, stuff. By the time we got to stay on target, they were starting to fall asleep a little bit, but they were awake until the end, which is awesome. Good job, guys. Oh, but so the most amazing thing was, so Danielle was looking up something on her phone, Star Wars related, and she said, like, wait, is that right? I've got to get out of this page and like reload it. I'm like, what are you talking about? What's going on? What did you see? If there's Star Wars lore happening, I want to know about it. And she's like, I don't believe it. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, it's May 25th today. Star Wars came out on May 25th, 1977. It's like 46 years ago. I'm like, fuck you. Are you kidding me? What? Are you... Okay. A lot of things happen with synchronicity and seem like they're prophetic. I talk all the time. I'm like, it's the prophecy! That actually feels like the fucking prophecy. Like, I'm Paul Muad'Dib in the deep desert on Dune, Arrakis. Desert planet. And, I'm elbow deep in sandworms and Bene Gesserit, and it's just like, if you know your Star Wars, that makes sense. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? You guys aren't going to believe it. I know this is unbelievable. But yeah, we just happened to watch Star Wars on the day that it was released back in 1977. What is the, I mean, you say to yourself, like, what are the odds? And then you do the math, you're like, oh, well, 1 in 365. But literally, what are the odds of that? I just feel like, I don't know, my Star Wars appreciation is like reborn. And I tried to like instill in the kids like how primordial this film is for everything, pretty much everything that I love, like fantasy and science fiction and action and westerns. And I told them about, I reminded them that if the sky was fuchsia, this would be Chult. Add a couple more sandworms and some mutants and stuff and tentacles, and boom. And you got the Sarlacc. That's kind of Lovecraftian. Because Chult has 2 sons, just like, so it's, Star Wars has been, probably the biggest source of inspiration in my entire life. So, obviously, there's bits of Star Wars in Chult, along with Dune and heavy metal And I mean, so many things that I can't even like name them. But I mean, the three big ones would probably be Star Wars, Dune, and heavy metal. But anyway, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me that we started watching Star Wars just on a lark, and it happened to be the day that Star Wars came out. And so I really wanted to tweet about it. Going back to my original point. And I couldn't because I've been banned. And I'm just like, oh my God. You know, I don't have like Facebook on my phone or whatever. So I just kept it to myself. But it was just like so fucking crazy and awesome. It's because we all had a good time. I love having family time and movie time. I love it when those two things intersect. Tentacles crossed. And it was perfect because I had like I heated up the spicy cheese bread in the oven that I get from this awesome Italian restaurant nearby. And so when I sat down, like around the 7-8 minute mark, after getting the spicy cheese bread out of the oven, so I had my Mountain Dew, I had my spicy cheese bread, I was in the theater room with my two older daughters on each side, and then my wife over here, and we were watching Star Wars, and it was, I don't know, it was fantastic. It was literally one of the best nights I can remember. I mean, I've had a lot of great nights, so it's not like it was so much better. It was just, I don't know. I feel like I needed to make it more memorable. So I kind of like, I don't know. I took a moment and I said, like, I'm so grateful for this moment. And I just want to appreciate it, like, out loud. Knock on wood. But I've got my favorite drink, Mountain Dew, one of my favorite snacks, the spicy cheese bread, and I've got my favorite activity to do with the family, watching a movie. I got my best wife. I've got my two older girls. I love my kids equally, but I love them so much. And it was just so fantastic to watch Star Wars again. It was weird watching it back because there's so many things that have seeped in and like became part of me that it's weird to watch. It's like watching yourself from like a million years ago in a galaxy far, far away. And it was surreal. It was bizarre and wonderful. And if you haven't watched Star Wars in a while, and you're even a moderate fan, even a tenth of the fan that I am, I would recommend watching it again. And soon, I don't know when, but soon we'll watch, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and then I think maybe we'll end it there. I'll let them experience those other Star Wars movies some other time. A couple years ago, we did watch Rogue One, Solo. We watched Solo. So maybe we're there. We'll watch Solo again because I did like Solo when it came out, and we watched it again in the theater room, like a couple years after that, and I did appreciate Rogue One. And the Mandalorian season 3 comes out. Anyway, I gotta get going, but I just wanted to mention that because I couldn't tweet about it, so I needed to get this out. What else? Like, subscribe, comment. Definitely subscribe because the channel is growing snailishly. Micro. I think we're getting like one subscriber every 2 weeks. So keep it coming. And if there's a certain type of video you want to see, obviously it's going to be RPG oriented most of the time. let me know. Let me know if there's a topic you want. Still need people to come to VengerCon. Between the people that have already signed up, the people that are definitely coming, and my own gaming group that I'm giving a discount to, and they're just handing me cash so they don't show up in the like attendance records or whatever. We've got like 20 people, so we still got some time. Still got about 2 months. It's July 21st to the 23rd, so a little less than 2 months. I'm going to say like 7 weeks from now. Still got some time, so please get your weekend badge, get your ticket. We've got so many game masters now. At this point, we really need players. So yeah, definitely do that, and also pick up your free Chult adventure, the Violet Haunted Crypt. You can get that from the Red Room or Big Geek Emporium. I'll put a link down in there also. So yeah, those two things especially. There's still a little bit of time for the Chult webcomic. I've just been promoting the other things so much that I haven't really promoted the webcomic much. But I want to do 3 webcomics, a Chult one for the Purple Islands, and one for Alpha Blue. So there's still some time, maybe like 4 or 5 days on the Kickstarter. I'll put a link in the description for that too. So if you just can pledge like, I don't know, $10-20, you'll be able to see like 3 times 12 amount of like comic issues, whatever that is, 24 plus 36. Yeah, you'll get like 36 full pages or issues of awesome comic book panels of cool stuff going on. Awesome stories and cool artwork by Jay Tanaka and I think Monstark and Roger Jones. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for listening. Love you guys. I am very grateful for everything I have and my life in our country. Family, faith, and freedom. Keep it going. Okay, bye.